KLM are one of the most prominent and major airlines within Europe and are part of the Air France KLM group. They are also the national carrier of the Netherlands, where I am today. Their destinations don't only operate within Europe, they also operate worldwide and span all the way across the globe. However, today's trip stays within Europe, so join me where I'll be flying with KLM on board one of their 737-800s from here in Amsterdam Schiphol Airport over to Oslo in Norway. Welcome to Bradley Penny Aviation. Amsterdam Schiphol Airport was opened back in 1916. Departure Gates 2 is home to the Dutch national carrier KLM, who use gates E and F here at Amsterdam. KLM are actually the world's oldest airline and the airline of which we're flying aboard today. We checked in using their very handy self-check-in kiosks, which are very easy to use. Overall, the check-in area is a great space with clear signage to the different concourses. Once through security, you reach the incredible departures area. Amsterdam Airport has to be one of my personal favourites within Europe. It is stunning with an elegant and open plan design with high ceilings and large windows which provide for plenty of natural light and apron views during the day. The shopping selection here at Amsterdam is extensive with plenty on offer from duty-free stores and a fantastic array of shopping outlets and restaurant facilities catering for all people's preferabilities. I even had the chance to meet some fish. There are also a few shops which sold some Dutch memorabilia, including a one which sold tulips. Overall, I'm a massive fan of the airport. Well, that was a quick tour of Amsterdam Schiphol Airport. It's an impressive facility with a vast array of shopping outlets and restaurants dotted throughout the terminal. Now, the highlight for me really was the upstairs section of the terminal, which has fantastic spotting terrace, as you can see behind me now. The panorama terrace has been closed due to Storm Franklin, so that was a big shame for me as I couldn't do any spotting outside. However though, speaking of spotting, let's take a quick look at some of the apron views. It's about that time. Let's go and find our aircraft and fly the KLM Boeing 737 up to Oslo. Let's go. On the way to the gate, you'll find yourself walking through a makeshift rainforest and right past a museum, two features very unique to an airport. If you do find yourself travelling through Amsterdam in the future, do make sure to arrive a few hours early to get to experience some of the features they have here. Welcome aboard this KLM 737-800. Let's get ready for the departure.
And we will now demonstrate the use of the line fence. Put your head through the opening and fasten the strap around your back.
KLM were founded in 1919, making them the world's oldest airline. KLM, of course, are the national carrier of the Netherlands. Therefore, they have quite an extensive route network, flying to 6 continents with over 300 destinations. They operate a fleet of 548 aircraft, ranging from the smaller 737 family we're flying on board today, up to the long-haul Boeing 777. KLM were also one of those who used to fly the Queen of the Skies, the Boeing 747. But sadly they were forced to phase out the aircraft in 2020. But what can you expect on board KLM? Let's go and take a look at the product you can expect on board the Dutch carrier. As we have now reached our cruising altitude, let's take a quick look through this KLM Boeing 737. Today we were greeted by the old cabin on the 737. On some of KLM's newer next generation aircraft, there is a much nicer newer cabin. Today's aircraft is laid out in a 6 abreast configuration with 3 seats either side of the aisle. The aircraft also offers pretty good overhead locker space. In the toilets you're greeted by a very small and basic design. Nothing special in here, but do note there is a baby changing table for those who require it. Today's aircraft was one of the older 737s in KLM's fleet. The aircraft itself today wasn't particularly clean, but did have the classic design, which I'm a big fan of. What can you expect in the sea carrier on board KLM? Let's go and take a look now. Welcome to the Sea Terrier on board the KLM 737. At the top of the seat you'll find a tray table which was of a decent size. It also had 2 cup holders provided, as well as an adjustment if needed. On the back of the tray table you'll find some necessary safety guidance information. Below you'll notice the legroom provided isn't particularly great. Some budget carriers actually offer more legroom than KLM do. In the seat back pocket you'll find of course the all-important safety card, Holland Herald Inflight magazine, and of course a sit bag if required. In the overhead panel you'll find of course an individual air vent and a reading light. As we were at cruise I thought I'd take a look at the Inflight magazine. It is a very good magazine. There is even an interview with a pilot and of course labelled with the fleets KLM have. I also looked at a few destinations they fly to and I am very keen to get over to St Martin in the Caribbean. Why not follow me on my social media platforms to keep up to date with my travels, and also consider becoming a channel member. Take a look at some more info on my channel page. On the majority of international European journeys, KLM offer a snack on board. I opted for a sandwich and some apple juice, which was of a fantastic quality. We have now commenced our descent down into Oslo. Be sure to stick around till the end of the review for my final thoughts on today's flight. But for now, enjoy the landing into snowy Oslo. Today we were only connecting through Oslo, so there is sadly no baggage reclaim experience today. But for now, let's stay tuned for my final thoughts. So welcome then to Oslo in Norway after that flight with KLM on board the 737. This is the part of the video where I share with you some of my final thoughts on today's trip. Kicking things off then up in Amsterdam, it's such an impressive facility with a great selection of shops and seating available, as well as a fantastic spotting terrace in the cafe. So then moving on to the flights of KLM, they were fantastic today on this flight. The crew were very present in the cabin and was a very welcoming atmosphere. Thank you so much for watching to the end of this review. If you happen to enjoy it or if you learned something from it, please be sure to leave a like, comment what you thought of it down below in the comment section, and of course subscribe to the channel for future content just like this. That's all from me today. Take care of yourself and stay safe.